Hello everyone, I'm Kuma. With the update and data mine, we have got a lot of news on Fire Emblem Heroes today. Let's talk about it one by one. You can find the source of all this in the descriptions. First, let's talk about the refines. We have Draug. If foe initiates combat, inflicts attack -6 on foe during combat. If unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack and defense +5 to unit and neutralize units penalties to attack defense during combat. He's going to be so tanky against physical attacks. The neutralize penalty effect is pretty good. However, compared to the other armor, I think Gwendolyn's refine is better than this. Next, we have Myrrh. The original Great Fame needs to have 5 more defense than foe in order to deny follow-ups. Now it's reduced to 1. This is really important because Myrrh's defense is not that high in today's standard. And the special refine. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25% and unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack, speed, defense rest +5 to unit, and neutralize effects that guarantees foes follow-up attacks during combat. 25% HP is a very low requirement, and as long as she is within 2 spaces of an ally, she gets a huge boost instead, and also a partial no follow-up effect, disabling guaranteed follow-up from foe. This means if the effect is active, the only way to have a follow-up attack on Myrrh is to have higher defense or use no follow-up while having enough speed. As a reminder, the defense check should be at the start of combat, meaning that the defense granted by the special refine will not be in effect for the defense check. This is the standard way in Fate, so if there is a special case for Myrrh, please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. And then we have Donnel. Inflicts speed -5. If unit initiates combat, unit attacks twice. If unit initiates combat, grants attack and defense +4 during combat, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. So this is basically a base lance with 3 extra might and a mini sturdy impact effect. This weapon is not bad itself, however this may upset some players. There are only 3 infantry lance units we can obtain as 3 or 4 stars. They are Donnel, Lucas, and Oboro. And Donnel is the one with the highest speed among them, with 32 speed if he is per speed. That is actually usable. So the -5 in speed has a big impact on the build of Donnel. Last but not least, we have Clarisse. Effective against flying foes. After combat, if units attacked, deal 7 damage to target and foes within 2 spaces of target, and inflicts attacks and speed -7 on them through their next actions. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 50%, grants attack and speed +4 during combat, and if unit is also within 2 spaces of support partner, foe cannot counterattack. This really catches me by surprise. I didn't expect that they would be giving Clarisse a refine that could actually make her usable. So if the condition is met, she has a fire sweep bow that does not stop her from counterattack, together with attack speed +4, poison strike 2, savage bow 3, and attack speed smoke that apply on target as well. This is a ton of effects in a single weapon. Anyway, I think it's safe to say she is actually a good unit right now. However, it's reported that there is currently a bug for the weapon that stops the Savage Bow effect if Clarisse kills her target. So we have to wait for the bug fix to see the true power of Clarisse in action. Next, we have the data mine of the new unit stats. Anna has a light 35 attack and an amazing 40 speed. She is now one of the fastest lance units in the game. The only other lance unit having 40 speed is Tsubasa. With her per speed IV, she has 44 speed. And together with her weapon, she can reach 52 speed without the help of any other skills. She is going to be a great user of Close Call or Repel. Sayri has the same 35 attack and 40 speed, but it is pretty standard for a fast sword unit. The only interesting stat is her resist. She has much higher resist than any other fast sword units. All other fast sword units have 26 or less resist. That is 8 points less than Sayri's 34 resist. Mustafa has 25 speed, and that is rather balanced stat. Nothing much to talk about him. It looks like a rather traditional X unit. Myrrh has some really interesting stat. She sacrificed her speed for amazing stat elsewhere. 34 attack, 32 defense, 35 resist, and 38 HP. I'm happy to see this. She has got some really interesting stat as a dancer. Lastly, we have Emblem and Gangrel. It seems that Emblem would be a free unit given out in the Forging Bond event this time. She has 32 attack and 34 speed. That is among the highest offensive stat on healers that are available at 3-star or 4-star. Her 43 HP is very nice as well because that means she can run infantry pulse effectively in either way. Gangrel would be our next Grand Hero battle unit. He is the second red infantry dagger in the game, so he is rather unique. 32 attack, 38 speed is not very outstanding, but that is usable. The data mine says that his weapon is like this. Grant 3 res. If penalty is active on foe, grant 4 to all stats, and deal damage equals to 20% of unit's resistance during combat. It's interesting that his weapon focuses on resist. His base resist is 27, that may not be a lot, but together with his weapon, if penalty is active on foe, his res would go up to 34 already. Just 1 extra resist and his weapon is going to deal 7 true damage, and he can get even more from 8 skills and buffs. So that's all for now. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, remember to click on the bell icon to receive notifications on my new videos. See you guys next time.